Hi everybody, happy Thursday, Doreen from Door Designs. Hope everybody had a great day. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing a centerpiece on this red candlestick. This red candlestick came from a wholesaler on their closeouts, so I was fortunate enough to grab a set. Here is the smaller one that I did this design today. It's all red, white, and blue with the 4th of July ribbon in it. So we're just going to do the same thing, a little bit different, but we're just going to do it on the bigger version. Get that one turned around. So I have my styrofoam center, and to be honest, I got this at Dollar Tree. They're not my favorite because they're so hard and they have kind of this coating on the outside, but it's all I really had. So I'm going to have to use my pick machine a lot, which I don't typically like to use it all the time, but for this I think it's going to go much smoother because a lot of my stems will not go through the styrofoam. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and cover the bottom with some moss. I've got that right down here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I do it just because I don't want the styrofoam, the mechanics to show. And I'll trim some of this off. So I'm just going to take some floral pins. And that's what the pins look like. And you can get them at really anywhere. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. Anybody that sells any kind of florals. And I'm dipping them in a little bit of hot glue because I don't want them to poke out. And we're just going to go all the way around the outside. You don't have to use a lot, just enough to kind of cover. I'm not going to worry so much about the top because by the time I get everything in, you won't see any of it. And one more pin. Okay, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this that's super long. I don't mind some of it hanging down, but okay. I'm going to start out and I'm going to be putting just some white flowers all the way around it because that's going to kind of be my base. I'll still have one or two things hanging down, but we're going to make it just full and kind of work our way up. So this came, it was a big bush. It was some kind of baby's breath from Hobby Lobby, and it's been all cut up because I actually used some of it at my granddaughter's graduation party. So we're just going to start sticking this in. We're going to cut it a little bit shorter. I want it to come in right next to the styrofoam. I didn't like that big long gap that the other piece had. My steel pick machine, I got it, well, I got mine at Deco Exchange years ago, but when I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, I did see they had two of them on their shelves. So if you're looking for a steel pick machine, you might check Hobby Lobby. Okay, we're just going to keep going around the outside. See, I think things like this sometimes can be boring to watch. But if I have some of it done, I get a lot of people complaining that they want to see it, the whole design from start to finish. So you're just going to have to bear with me while I add all these pieces. A little more than halfway done. I'm not using my turntable tonight because I didn't notice, but I guess on my last one they said it was kind of squeaking and stuff, so I haven't had a chance to look at it. Okay, about 2 more pieces and we'll have the bottom layer done. Okay, so we've done a complete circle all the way around. So the dimension or how wide it's going to be, and that's one thing you'd want to kind of think about when you're designing yours, is the spot you're going to put it in and how much space. So this one's going to end up being about 20 inches wide. And I'm going to put stuff all the way around it because I'm not sure who's going to get this and where they're going to put it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a bow, and I'm going to put my bow in, and then we're going to kind of fill in around the bow. And I'm going to use navy blue with white stars and then the red with the smaller stars. We're just going to do a real simple bow, nothing fancy. And I'm just going to do 2 loops on each ribbon. And I'm going to make the navy blue one kind of probably about a 5 to 6 inch loop. Let's see how big they are. 6 inches. So we just did like a bow tie, real simple, 2 loops. So I'm just going to take a loop up, twist it, twist it, and bring it back up behind. Okay, I'm going to take a little zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie it, and then I'm going to use my floral pin to attach it to the top of the centerpiece. And I'll show you how it looks here in just a second. Nice and full big bow. And we'll trim our tails down once we get our florals in and kind of how we want the look to be. So I'm just going to stick them down in between the white florals for right now. Okay, now we're just going to start filling in all the way around. So I'm going to add some of these white flowers for some height. And I'm hoping these are going to be strong enough that I don't have to pick them all. Yeah, they are. Okay, so we're just going to start adding to it. So what you want to look at is how tall you want your design to be. That's a little tall. And I think that's going to be about a good height there. When I add some of the red, white, and blue picks, we'll kind of fill in behind it. And it might add just a little bit of height, but not much. So see how I'm kind of filling in behind it? I've got this spot bare, so I'm going to put a few pieces coming around the back. I'm going to put them in a little bit at an angle. And I'm going to go ahead and use all the pieces because I don't like having one or two pieces left. So there is our white. It goes all the way around. So I just kind of randomly put them in behind the big bow. And this is one thing nice about when you're doing centerpieces. You can make them as full as you want. Get some of this out of the way. Okay, next I'm going to add some red. And this is a 60919. You can buy these just about anybody that sells florals. They come in numerous colors. And what's nice about them, you can break them apart really easy. And that's what we're going to do. And I am going to pick these. This is almost a little too tall. Okay, so this little piece has the tall greenery pieces still attached. So I'm going to put those more towards the center, going towards the back. And on this one, I kept them nice and long so they have movement to them. Because you all know I like some movement to my designs. There's the second one. So when I get done with just this one bush that has the red, I want to show you how nice and full it is. And you could very easily stop your design. Steel pick machine is a little expensive for a tool, but if you do a lot of work with florals, you really can't live without it. At least I can't. Okay, one more piece, and then I'm going to show you how nice and pretty it looks all the way around. Okay, so there's the back side. So you can see how it's got the nice and the red coming through all the way around. So if you wanted to stop here, you could. All you would have to do is a few spots where you could see the mechanics of it. You could just put some more moss in there and fill that in. But we're going to add some more. I've got some little red roses that I want to add for more of a shorter layer in the design, kind of as a filler. And we're going to add some navy blue also, so it's not going to be all just red flowers. So see how they're much shorter on the height, so they're doing more of a filler more towards the base of the design. These little flowers came from Hobby Lobby, but they might have been there from last year. I'm not sure. I found one more red flower, so I'm going to go ahead and add it over here. Okay, I'm going to put a few more roses here in the back. I'm going to go ahead and just finish out these last two pieces. Okay, so I just see how they're tucked down on the back side and they're nice and neat. So they're filling up covering up some of our styrofoam. Okay, now I want to add some blue to kind of bring the blue out in the ribbon. These also came from Hobby Lobby. I'm taking the leaves off. I don't like the leaves. They weren't expensive florals, but sometimes the leaves can make them look real inexpensive. So I've got a blue here, up here. I'm going to put one over on this side. And then I'm going to put one or two in the back. And one more. Okay, so we've got the red and the blue, and it goes all the way around. Okay, I'm going to add some kind of just some fun little whimsical. I got these from Randolph Mercantile, which is a local store here in town. And then you can also get these. Hobby Lobby had them. I get them from my wholesaler, but they also have the red, white, and blue little flowers. But I had one of these left, so I'm going to see if this is going to be enough. So I'm going to cut some of these off real quick. And I'm definitely going to have to pick these because their stems are way too skinny and soft to use. See, it's just going to add some light airiness to it. And this is where I said the height might be a little bit taller. So I'm going to put some of these together and then pick them. I put some over here through the ribbon. Get rid of the white. Cute, cute. Okay, I'm going to add some along the perimeter of the candlestick because I want some of the airiness in the white and the red, white, blue to kind of hang down a little bit. I'm putting 3 or 4 of the pieces together to get the red, white, and blue effect. Okay, a couple more pieces. It's almost like you have to untangle them a little bit. Okay, I'm going to trim back my tails a little bit. And then I'm going to put a couple of pieces right here in front. I'm just cutting my ribbons at an angle. I'm not dovetailing them because I want to be kind of curly and kind of different. Okay, so I dovetailed the navy blue and the white stars, and then I just did a angle on the red and white, and I'll show you here in just a second to make it kind of curly. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to add a couple of the red, white, and blue flowers right here in front. We're just about done. I'm just filling in a couple places where I see some holes. Oh, I can use this one right here. There we go. Okay, let me move all this stuff out of the way. And also, when I was putting in my stems on the side, instead of going in like down like this, you almost have to take it at an angle because your styrofoam is only probably about a ½ an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and your picks are a little bit longer. You could cut your picks down, but typically what I do, I just put them in more at an angle, and then I kind of bend them a little bit. So on these, I couldn't go straight down, so I put them at an angle and then kind of bent them up. Okay, I'm going to hold it back so it's not so close in your face, and that's what it looks like. So nice and whimsy, red, white, and blue. And then I'll show you a close-up of it. So see, you've still got lots of movement. It just kind of almost looks like firecrackers with all the different flowers coming off of it. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry that I did it so late, but I had a bunch of stuff going on today, but I knew I wanted to get it done because I've been gone so much. So once again, I'm Doreen at Door Designs. I will have this listed, but not till tomorrow. It's too late to take pictures tonight, so I'll take pictures of both of them, this one and the smaller one, and they will be listed in my shop and they will be ready to ship, so you'll have them in plenty of time for the 4th of July. So have a great evening, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.